Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Hurricane Helene set to make landfall late Thursday evening in the Big Bend area of Florida and then rapidly move through the southeastern part of the country and up here into the Ohio Valley. And our impacts, we're looking at heavy rain beginning to pick up during the overnight hours into Friday morning. It's now looking like by the time everything begins to wrap up the end of the weekend, as far as rain is concerned, we could see anywhere between 3 to 6 inches. A lot of that may end up falling tomorrow and then a little bit more into Saturday and Sunday. Bit of a concern tomorrow, stronger winds. Those gusts could be 40 to even 50 miles per hour, mainly during the morning hours with a few isolated gusts over 50, especially on those ridge tops in the mountains of southeastern Kentucky. So something to keep an eye on. And as mentioned, the rain showers are going to linger through the weekend with that upper level low sitting off to our southwest and essentially spinning over the area. So here are your alerts. Got a wind advisory for the bulk of central and out into western Kentucky. And there's your high wind warning across southeastern and southern Kentucky. Wouldn't be shocked at all if this isn't bumped up into the bluegrass, especially if we kind of overachieve with some of those wind gusts into tomorrow morning as some of the latest data comes in through the evening hours. Along the Mountain Parkway and the Bluegrass Parkway southward, flood watch until 8 o'clock tomorrow evening in eastern Kentucky, west central Kentucky until Saturday morning. And again, this could be pushed northward as well, depending on how much rain falls over the next, say, 12 hours or so. Southern Kentucky finally getting in on some rain after it has been light to occasionally moderate for the mountains of southeastern Kentucky much of the day, just adding to the good amount that has fallen over the last 24 to 48 hours there. It's all due to the position of this boundary. There's the hurricane pulling moisture off the Atlantic and the Gulf. And so areas of the Carolinas and Georgia already seeing saturated ground and going to get a lot more in the way of rainfall. The latest advisory, 5 o'clock, max winds sustained at 125 miles per hour with higher gusts, strong category 3. It is rapidly moving to the north-northeast at 23 miles per hour. So by late Thursday evening, that center should be crossing the Big Bend area. I think it's got enough time, unfortunately, to strengthen to a category 4. The forecast track has it still a category 2 hurricane well inland into south central Georgia during the early hours of Friday and hanging tropical storm status by the time it reaches central Tennessee, and then it's going to hang out across western Kentucky. You see the wind field, tropical storm force, which is anywhere above the 40 miles per hour mark. It goes all the way over off the east coast of Florida. So it's a very large hurricane with the wind fields, and that's why we're going to see that combined, of course, with the forward speed being so swift. Those winds hanging pretty tough tomorrow as that system moves through. So here's your futurecast rain and the wind gusts with the numbers here. Once the sun comes up and we get beyond daybreak, that's when I really think we'll begin to pick up the pace, not only with our rainfall, but also with our wind gusts. 40 to 45, occasionally gusting over 50. So the rain is going to be blown around. The morning commute doesn't look great tomorrow. Allow plenty of extra time and pack your patience as you head into work or school. Now, I think tomorrow afternoon, we wind down the rain for a while. But again, with the remnant low out to the west being absorbed by the upper level low, notice how the rain pivots back in here as we head into Saturday morning. And we're going to see more of that through the weekend. That's why we've upped the totals a bit. Out into eastern Kentucky, 2 to 4, Lexington westward. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 4, 5, 6 inch rainfall out of this, which will go a long way to alleviating the drought. So here's the bigger picture and extending beyond Saturday morning. Again, the remnant low gets absorbed by the upper low. They kind of join forces, keeping the rain around Saturday. If you've got any outdoor plans, probably not going to be the best weekend for that. And notice how the low's still hanging in the region even on Sunday. It won't be until early next week when another front comes and sweeps it out of the way. Now, pulling a positive out of this, here's the latest drought monitor. Frankfort, Harrodsburg, Danville, now in the extreme drought as well as up toward Ashland. So we could really use the rainfall don't want too much of a good thing, but it may play out that way with all that tropical moisture expected into the day on Friday. Rain moves in. It could be heavy late, 66. Temperatures not set to move very much at all, low 70s, windy and wet. Heavy rain, sustained winds east at 20 to 30 with higher gusts tomorrow. Now the wind's gone this weekend, but the showers will not be, and we'll see a few lingering as we finish out September and kick off October, at least by the mid and latter part of next week. Sunshine returning, and it should be fairly nice with highs in the low to mid 70s.